let's do a little something. Let's do a little proof of inscription. This is something I was personally curious about, and it was basically going into the Bitcoin blockchain, extracting the inscription data, converting it to whatever file format it's supposed to be. In this case, a GIF, could be a JPEG, could be a WebP image, could be an HTML, could be application code. It's crazy. It's basically people have been inscribing all kinds of crazy things out there now using recursion, wild. But the big difference between Bitcoin NFTs or what we're calling ordinals or whatever and traditional ones is that everything, well, not everything, but the data that your ordinal is referencing, that your Satoshi's been associated to, that data is inscribed onto the Bitcoin blockchain. It doesn't live on IPFS or on other inferior networks. It lives on the actual Bitcoin network. And that is what all the rage is about. You cannot be rugged from your NFT. It's the most resilient computer network ever known to man, Bitcoin. It's amazing. I mean, that's what Satoshi invented. That's what we're all crazy about. So let's see. This is my Skelly. You see right here, Magic Eden is saying this is the off-chain high-resolution image representation of the NFT provided by the creator. So this is a representation of my ordinal. It's not the actual image. It's nice. It's higher res. That's what's going on here. I personally would prefer if Magic Eden would just show the inscription and maybe provide a download for this image. Because yeah, sure, we want, high res, whatever, awesome. But the thing that's inscribed, in my opinion, is what should be shown to someone buying the thing. A lot of people don't know that this is not even the actual thing. I know it says it there, but still. So here's my inscription ID. Let's go over to an Ordinals Explorer. This is now this, and now I'm looking at the actual inscription right here. It's scaled up, but it's the actual thing. Notice if I go open there in a new tab, it's this size. It's awesome. I mean, I love what the Bitcoin Skellies did here. Secret Skelly Society. I mean, I instantly fell in love with the art when I saw it, and yeah, I own a few of these. You've got some data. So the ordinal index is actually not on the Bitcoin network. So let's get that out of the way. The Satoshi is on the Bitcoin network. The association of the Satoshi to the inscription, that is part of the ordinals index that lives outside Bitcoin, but references Bitcoin. It's like a layer on top of Bitcoin, I guess. And then, you've got preview link, content link, and this is an Ordinals Explorer. And great idea. This thing is the Ordinal stuff is coming together like fine wine, if you ask me. It's beautiful. So, yeah, got the SAT. Let's go there really quick. This is some information about the Satoshi, the common SAT, whatever. Here's the inscription that it references. Beautiful, right? All right, cool. Let's go back here. If we look at the content really quick, there's my inscription right there. That's what my ordinal reference is. So what I want to do is I want to go into a Bitcoin Explorer. This could be my own node, except I'm a little out of date on my node right now, so I gotta get it together. But I can use a public node explorer. I love mempool.space, so let's go there really quick. Mempool.space. And then I'm going to take the Genesis transaction, which is where the transaction where my ordinal got inscribed onto the Bitcoin network, onto the Bitcoin blockchain. So I'm going to take the transaction ID. I'm going to look for this transaction ID over here. Found it. There it is. Block 792,215. It will forever have my ordinal data inscribed on it, which is beautiful. This is unlike other NFTs, where the file may live on an AWS S3 bucket, and who knows, they don't pay the bill and the thing comes down, or I can change the metadata. Maybe it lives on IPFS, whatever. Yeah. ownership is so questionable. Here, not so much. You could argue, oh, what if the Ordinals index gets corrupted or it gets rugged or whatever? The inscription data is there. Provenance is easy to prove. Other indexes may come by later. Who knows? Anyway, so it happened on May 31st. You got the time, features of the transaction. It was a SegWit transaction. Use taproot, which is the thing basically. We're inscribing using the a witness data loophole, I guess, that taproot has that allows you to inscribe more data than usual. You have replaced by fee. You could cost them $14 to inscribe this thing. Well, really, $14 worth of Bitcoin, which was in reality 51,000 sats per, 58,870 sats. The fee rate was 42 sats per virtual byte, which is, they say optimal, but maybe because it's an animation, you have a little bit of a heavier data load. Here's the input, the output. But really, the piece that matters to us the most, if I look at the details, and we show all, so in this transaction, there is this witness data right here. This witness data, this is what's inscribed onto the Bitcoin blockchain. I basically got the GIF, the image, the thing, whatever, it's getting inscribed. It's getting converted to hex, along with some header data that is needed. And then it's getting copied onto a block, in the transaction and the witness data right here. So what I want to do is I want to take this data and I want to extract my image from it to prove that it sits on the Bitcoin network, if you know what I mean. How do I know? This looks like gibberish to me, to everybody else too. I don't even know if most people realize what is even going on with these inscriptions, And we'll look. Maybe I'll make another video of like a Solana NFT or an Ethereum NFT or whatever. We can see how the data sits there because it's very, very different. It does not sit in this manner at all. So I'm going to take this data and copy it. And I'm going to come over here. So I wrote a little script. Initially, I thought it was going to be super easy. I thought that the way it would work is I would take the hex data and just go hex to GIF. Boom, problem solved. I thought it would go, just simple like that. I even have a thing right here, hex to GIF. I thought it would be this simple. No, it wasn't. Did some research, found that, there's basically one piece. There's opcodes within the hexadecimal data of the inscription that tell Bitcoin something, tell the Ordinals protocol something. These opcodes, you have to skip them. So like, if this address, for C is there, you have to skip a byte. For D, you skip 2 bytes. For E, you skip 4 bytes. Otherwise, whatever problem with the opcodes that got pushed in. So my intent here is not really to explain the script, but this is what it took to go from witness data, inscription data, over to the end result, the output image, whatever it is. I'll upload this to GitHub at some point, and you can play with it, whatever. I don't care. Open source. It is what it is. Now, let's run it. Oh, no, actually. So I grabbed the data, right? I got a little variable here for the hex data. I should call it something else, whatever. See that? Add your hex data as a string. That is the data that I copied over from the Bitcoin blockchain witness data on the transaction that inscribed my Hurry Up Bitcoin Skelly onto the Bitcoin network for posterity. All right, cool. Save, not too exciting. We are going to run this thing. Come on. Python, Ordinals parser. I'm going to run my script. Done. The end result is the inscription output right here. Let's rename this thing, and it should be a GIF. There it is. Look at that. It's my Bitcoin Skelly. That is what got output from the witness data. So it is there. It is encrypted. Look at this. It's beautiful. On the Bitcoin blockchain. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to worry about this file disappearing on me. It's disastrous. I mean, it's as safe as Bitcoin is, basically. That's, the power of the Bitcoin network. This is what we're all fucking crazy about. Let's do another one really quick. Let's fucking do it really quick here. Go back to my items. Let's do this bad boy right here. I love this Bit Bonnie. Yeah. So go to the inscription ID. Same thing, it's right there. So we're just gonna grab the Genesis transaction. Take a quick look at it. Well, let's look for this one. Now, oh, by the way, the Bit Bonnie's a fucking badass. Look at this inscription number, 212,000. Look at that. I mean, it's awesome. So this was on block 700. Wait, did I look for it? Yeah, I did. All right, this is on block 778,660. Boom. The thing, notice this one costs 90 cents. 3,839 sats. 11 sats per virtual bar. Obviously, it's cheaper than the Skelly, probably because it weighs a lot less. The Skellies are animated. I mean, the Skellies are awesome. I love Bit Bonnies too. So let's go. Look at that. The witness data is so much smaller. You see how, like, look at that. Let's compare it really quick to this guy. This guy is a whole other beast. See, mempool that space really quick. Okay, let's go back here. Yeah, if we look at the witness data for the Skelly, look at that. It's massive. That's why it costs a lot more too. Look at this. Now let's see, is the Bit Bonnie in there? Let's copy that over to my script. Let's replace this guy with that. Save it. Run the script. There it is. Now I don't know what file format my Bit Bonnie should be. Let's assume it's a JPEG. Yeah, it's a JPEG. There it is. Look at that. Look at that. There it is. It's beautiful. Yeah. So there you have it. I mean, pardon all the noise in the background, fireworks and traffic and everything else. But yeah, I mean, essentially that's, you can also see there's a big size difference between the two. 854 bytes for the Bit Bonnie, 4,374, 76. I can't read. For the Bitcoin Skelly. Anyway, I hope this helps shed some light on the whole topic. I've been wanting to do this for a while. Oh, nice. Look, it even says the size of the image. So it's a 512 by 512 for the Bit Bonnie. It's a 112 by 112 for the Skelly. The Skelly is obviously animated. It's an animated GIF. The Bit Bonnie is not. The Bit Bonnie is just a pixel image. And look at this. Fucking love it. Love it. Shout out to the Secret Skelly Society, the Bitcoin Skellies. Absolutely love it. Shout out to Bit Bonnies. Shout out to Mempool That Space for putting out such a beautiful product. Magic Eden, everybody. Just outstanding work, and it's all happening so fast, and I am fucking stoked. Let's fucking go. I want to see Ordinals integrated everywhere. I mean, I see no reason why a Solana NFT, instead of referencing an IPFS image, just reference a fucking Ordinal. Your data is secured by the Bitcoin blockchain. Figure out some way to delegate a vault that the owner owns the Ordinal to, and then do fancy shit with it. Boom, done. Anyway, I'll shut up. I talk a lot sometimes. Hope this shed some light and little aha moment for some people or whatever. See you later.